Hi, everyone. My name is Peter. Welcome to Music in the House. It's my first video for the vinyl community. I just wanted to say, before I get started on the 2222 vinyl tag, that just a big appreciation for everyone who's sharing music out there, and their community love is definitely wonderful to see. I've just got back into music in the last few years and been lurking in the comments and watching the live streams, and wanted to give a little of my time and energy, as so many of you have, in sharing what you love. And yeah, I know there are a couple tags out there. I went with Norman Maslov's tag. He kind of combined Rob Walker's and Stunt Rock Confusions, and so I thought, hey, what the heck? Let's go with one that combines those two, and let's do it. So, favorite album purchased in 2021. This one is by Celeste. She is an amazing neo-soul singer. This album came out last year. I'd have to say, it's Not Your Muse is the name of it. I have to say it has some dark and light elements to it that really just grow on you, and it's a great release. My favorite tracks are Ideal Woman, Strange, and Stop This Flame, and Tonight Tonight. Those are, actually the whole album's really good. So number one, favorite 2021 album. Next is show the record you spent the most on in 2021. So this is from a video game that I've spent a lot of time in. And the soundtrack to that was really cool. This is Red Dead Redemption 2. It's a soundtrack that has Daniel Lanois, has great music from him on it. It's got Rihanna Giddens on it, Willie Nelson's on it. Really subdued Americana folk, really fun album. It's nothing really special in terms of, it is red vinyl, but really good listen. So that's Red Dead Redemption 2, my most expensive purchase. I think I got this little discount through online purchase from Amoeba. So that is my number 2, show the record you spent the most on. The next one is album by the first person you saw live. So this, I didn't really have, I don't know what I saw first, but I did collect concert stubs. I still do. It's harder to come by, but this is from a concert I saw, Oingo Boingo, in 1987. I was 18 years old, and this was at First Avenue, first of many shows I saw there. So Oingo Boingo, Boingo Alive, great album. If you want to get into them, it definitely captures their live energy without all the crowd noise too, so that's cool if that kind of distracts you in a live album. So that's a good one. Let's see, number 4 is show a record from a brand new band artist you got in 2021. So there are a couple I picked real quick. Mehro, this is Sky on Fire. Got this through his Bandcamp. It is great mellow music. I'd say tracks to check out on this one are Lightning and Perfume are really good. There's a song called Hideous on here that's really good. It's kind of hard to see here with the glare, but really good release from him, his debut, and he's still putting out some new stuff. And then the next one is a really good album. This is from ArooJ, Aftab, and this is hard to see as well. It's a real dark cover, but Vultur prints, violin, harp. Her voice is incredible. I really liked the tracks Last Night and Mohabbat. They're really great. I think she just signed with Verve too, so hopefully some of her catalog gets out. Hopefully this gets a reprint too. So ArooJ, Aftab too. Some great new artists from 2021. Next is album in Shrink. This is Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings, and just dropped in to see what condition my rendition was in, is on here. But also on here is a Prince cover that I really like, Take Me With You. She does a bunch of other covers on here, really great. This is Record Store 2020 release. Fun release from her. And then next is a concept album. So this is number 6. I was really kind of surprised. So Styx 17th album. I have not listened to Styx since 1983. Kilroy was here maybe. So this is their concept album. The concept is not as clear as it may be in their last album, their 16th release, but this is really a cool kind of walk through human history, good and bad. But their harmonies are amazing, great progressive rock, fun listen, inexpensive too. I was able to find this pretty inexpensively, so worth checking out if you want to dabble in that. Let's see, show a record you love, but you haven't given much love to date, number 7. This one is Kate Bush's Sensual World. I love Hounds of Love that came out before this. This one is great because she definitely takes that Hounds of Love experimentation and brings in some collaborators. Trio Bulgarka from Bulgaria is on here, folk singing group, amazing. There's a song called Rocket's Tale on here that just kills me, it's awesome. Dave Gilmour plays guitar on that. That's really good. Deeper Understanding lyrically, you listen to that today. This was released in 1989, and it's still poignant. It's amazing. Great album from Kate Bush, and I did have to spin it right away after I was looking for something I hadn't given love that I love. This is a really good album from Kate Bush. All right, next one is a live album. This will be quick. I'm sure any Steely Dan fan last year probably picked this one up. This is their live album. I think it was recorded in Philadelphia, parts of it in 2019. Mastered by Bernie Grunman, so it sounds really good, as you might expect. So yes, that's my live album. Let's see, next, that was number 8. Number 9 is album from a different continent, and so I tried to be kind of look and see what else I could do that may be a little different. And so I thought, well, what's the furthest continent from where I am? I'm in Minneapolis, Minnesota, just in a suburb outside of Minneapolis. What is the furthest place away? It happens to be Perth, Australia, which coincidentally is where one of my good high school and college buddies, Tim, is, West Side, Australia. Hi. And so I thought, well, great, I'll look for some bands from Perth. There are a lot of them, but like Minneapolis, when you get big in Perth, you tend to go to Sydney, and like when you get big in Minneapolis, you tend to go to New York or LA. Yeah, they're not all from that area, but before I show who that is, I thought I'd show a couple Minneapolis bands, just for fun. This band is from Minneapolis, just put out this album last year, Bad Bad Hats. Great power pop album. They have done a whole bunch of videos. Check out their channel. They're funny. They do a bunch of covers. This album is all original, but it's really worth checking out. So this is Bad Bad Hats from Minneapolis. And then the next one is, this one's Kiss the Tiger, Vicious Kid. Another great release, another power pop, more rocky than poppy. Her voice is amazing. Actually, both of their voices are great. Worth checking out this too. You can stream it for sure. So Kiss the Tiger, Vicious Kid. And then the band I picked, the Ferris Brothers, are from Perth, Australia, moved to Sydney to form In Excess, Listen Like Thieves. Probably their, I think international success story, one that kind of burst them out. So this is my pick for other continent, Australia. Let's see, number 10, show the most out of your comfort zone record you got in the past year. So I have been starting to get into hip hop a little bit more, just not knowing where to start, didn't kind of grow up with it. So digging into it, starting early and kind of working my way to present day. This one from Little Simz though, was super easy to get into, because I love soul music, and she has this is full of soulful singing, and and soulful, just the whole mood and vibe of it. Really amazing orchestration. Starts super intense, like a Bond theme. Introvert is the first track. And then Cleo Soul's on a track, she's a great neo soul singer too. She's on Woman and a couple other tracks on here too. So really like Little Simz release from last year. Outside of my comfort zone, but I do look forward to listening to more of her music in the future. She has a really deep catalog too, so we're pretty deep catalog too. So that's Little Simz, out of my comfort zone. Number 11, punk or new wave album. That would be a band from LA, Paisley Underground, 1986, Rhino Records, the Pandoras. So really great all-female band from Los Angeles. Like I mentioned, Paisley Underground definitely has that sound. I think one of the singers, I think I wrote this down. Yeah, Kim Shattuck. She's the bass and vocalist on this. She went on to form the Muffs in the 90s. So we're checking out Pandoras, if you're not familiar with them. And then jazz album, I did a couple real quick. One I dug just randomly, Eddie Lockjaw, Davis, Heavy Hitter, 1979 release. Really fun album just to put on and enjoy. So that's George Duvet on bass, Victor Lewis on drums, Albert Daly on piano, and Eddie on sax. So that's one jazz album. The other one, real quick, just a Blue Note classic from last year. This one's really great. At first I was kind of surprised. This is David Byrd's Places and Spaces, because it's not like the jazz albums that I had picked up from the Blue Note classic series. It's definitely funkier and disco-ier. It's got more flugelhorn and cowbell than all other jazz releases last year, but really good. Really enjoyed this one. So Donald Byrd, Places and Spaces, 1975 release, reissued, worth checking out. Number 13, so this is the soundtrack. 1986, I was 18 years old in Minnesota. High school buddy of mine, Corey, said, hey, you got to check out this movie. It's got some amazing music from a lot of the artists that we loved at the time. So we all went to the theater. The theater was empty, and we had a private showing of this movie, Absolute Beginners. Just killer soundtrack for those who were UK nerds, UK music nerds at that time in the 80s. So Style Council's on here, Sade is on here, Ray Davies is on here, David Bowie, of course, is on here in the title track. Really great soundtrack, enjoy it. Actually really enjoy the movie, and I know it sort of went on to inspire a lot of artists' other videos that they had done around this time too. And then later on, like I think it was last year, I learned that there was a UK pressing of this that had an extra disc of Gil Evans and I think David Bowie's Volari's on here too. So yeah, just a little gatefold of that one. So that was cool. So the next one is the album with no writing on the jacket. And I'm gonna combine this with number 15, just worked out that way. My Morning Jacket, so boom, really glossy, real shiny. And then, so that came out, this came out last year, 2021. And I think that there's a red version of this too, but it's really cool. Like it's blue, but it's also, it's got some really cool designs in it too. I don't really nerd out over colored vinyl too much, to be honest, but every once in a while there's one that's kind of fun, and this one's got some coolness to it too. So that is my number 14 and 15. So no writing on the cover and colored vinyl. And then my Pride Dig for 2021, number 16. So this is one, I try to keep it to one I actually dug. So the record stores around town I go to are Bill City Sound, super close to me. There's Down the Valley, that's fairly close to me. Cheapo Records, Agartha Records, there's a whole bunch of record stores around here. This one I found at Cheapo Records in St. Paul. This is the Mo-Fi pressing of Abbey Road. And really good price on it too. Sounds wonderful, as you might expect. I don't know if this is the definitive pressing of it, but it sounds really good. I was just listening to it. So great, great find from last year. Next is show a record from a band from the past that you totally bypassed until recently. I wouldn't say I totally bypassed them, but I definitely did not have anything from them. And they were playing this at the Mill City Sound record store that I go to, and I was like, oh yeah, this is really an awesome album. This is an album from, oh my goodness, it's stuck in the box. Okay, Tom Tom Club. So Tina Weymouth, Chris France from Talking Heads. Tom Tom Club, I think, comes from a place in the Bahamas that they were rehearsing at between Talking Heads gigs. So just such a great album. What's on here that I really like? On is really, really good. And then the other one, I think on the other side is, what is it that everyone knows is Genius of Love too. Really good album. Tom Tom Club, so that's number 17. Show record from a band in the past that you totally bypassed. And then number 18, a box set. So this is from Record Store Day last year. This is the War box set that came out. I actually just started listening to this recently again, but it's their first album, so this one's probably the most known. Why Can't We Be Friends is on this one, and some other hits. But I just love these covers too. They're really cool covers. Really enjoy those. The artwork is really cool. The music is amazing, sort of mix of funk, soul, and you know, it's a kind of a group of musicians in the LA area. So this has got a little cutout in the corner there. And then, yeah, this is the other album in that collection. So that was a really cool box set from last year. And then, let's see, next on the list is favorite, coolest cover art of 2021. Okay, so my bias is kind of Minnesota music a little bit. So this is from a band I really like. Their art direction is usually pretty consistently amazing. But on this one in particular, it seems very minimal, but it so fits the fuzzy sound of their music. This is Low. This is Hey What, their album that came out last year. It is, I think I got this from their website. It's a clear vinyl pressing. But what's cool about this is not only the cover art, I like it when artists kind of who love vinyl and know vinyl do something a little special. And on the run out groove on this, they actually just play, it's like a drone sound. So when it gets to the end of the record, rather than just hitting the end of the label, or hopefully not the label, but hitting the end of the run out groove, yeah, there's actually sound in the run out groove, which is cool. And kind of keeps on playing that drone sound, which fits perfect for their style of music, which is kind of droney, distorted, but amazing melodies and harmonies. Yeah, so Low, great album. That would be my album cover pick. And then number 20, show a record you got as a present or via VCLT. No Vinyl Train or no VCLT from me, but I did get gift cards from family, so that was really cool. And got them for the local record shop that I go to. I mentioned before, Mill City Sound in Hopkins. Really fun store to go to. Always a little something new there. Worth spending time digging there. And they also, this last year, had their own record come out. This is a reissue from a 90s group, power pop group. Their album is Material Issue, International Pop Overthrow. This is, if you're familiar with this band, I think Valerie Loves Me was big. Very First Lie is really cool. I like that one a lot on this one. It's really good pressing too. I enjoyed it. They did a good job on it. And I just say, if you're into power pop and have a listen to them, and you can still pick this up over at their store too. I think they're selling it online on Discogs a lot more than you can get it directly from Mill City. So that's it. that's my 20 of 2022. Thanks for sticking it out if you stuck out this long. I'm hoping to do some more videos if anyone likes these. I've got some other ideas, but yeah, thanks again to the vinyl community, and I look forward to seeing what everyone thinks. Bye.